Boris Johnson bowed to pressure to apologise to Aziza Ratcliffe for wrongly claiming she was training journalists in Iran today. The Foreign Secretary said sorry if his clumsy remarks had caused Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe anguish and told MPs he would retract the claim. Shadow Foreign Secretary Emily Thornberry lashed Mr. Johnson for putting his pride before the welfare of a British citizen. Criticism came from all sides as he made a surprise appearance after rushing back from Brussels to answer MPs' questions. Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe's husband piled on more pressure today and told the Foreign Secretary, "I want you to solve this mess created in your name." Richard Ratcliffe said the charity worker is on the verge of a nervous breakdown after she was jailed for 5 years on allegations of spying, and their daughter Gabriella is also suffering while separated from her mother. Mr. Johnson confirmed in the Commons he was considering extending diplomatic immunity to Mrs. Zaghari Ratcliffe to get her out of jail. The idea is controversial because it could be used by foreign powers on individuals in British jails. Richard Ratcliffe said Aziza Ratcliffe is on the verge of a nervous breakdown after she was jailed for 5 years, and their daughter Gabriella is also suffering badly. Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson answered an urgent question on the Aziza Ratcliffe case today and apologised and said, "My remarks should have been clearer." Mr. Zaghari Ratcliffe said his wife's hair is also falling out and she has experienced pain in her breasts and was being taken to hospital for an ultrasound, which found lumps, he said. In his statement, Mr. Johnson said, "Of course I apologise for the distress, for the suffering, that has been caused by the impression that I gave that I believed that she was there in a professional capacity. She was there on holiday." Pressed by Labour to acknowledge a mistake, he said, "I retract any suggestion she was there in a professional capacity." Mr. Johnson admitted my remarks should have been clearer. Mr. Johnson will meet Mr. Zaghari Ratcliffe tomorrow and plans to travel to Iran before the end of the year to lobby for her release. Iranian female political prisoners and human rights activists in the same jail as Aziza Ratcliffe have stepped in to support her, it was revealed today. The mother of one is said to be on the verge of a breakdown after being arrested while on holiday visiting her parents with her daughter. Her husband Richard said women including Arjaz Mohammadi in the Evan jail, pictured, which is known as Evan University due to the number of academics, journalists and other professionals housed there, are supporting her. Mr. Ratcliffe told the Evening Standard, "A few of the women have been there for a very long time and make sure that everyone is kept busy. The easiest thing to do is to lie on your mattress feeling sorry for yourself." They sat her down and said, "Why don't you teach English to the other prisoners?" So she does that once a week. It's a way that everybody can contribute.